Good morning, President Trump. I'm going to be very sincere. Well, you all know that I am very sincere. Listen, I don't like your project 2025. I don't like the 2030 agenda of your friends, the Rockefellers, the ones that invented United Nations, etc. I don't like it. You know why? Because it's a martial law with other name. And if it was good for us, we the people, well, I would be thinking another way. Listen, President Trump. The corruption in Puerto Rico is more bigger than in the 50 states. People keep invading properties, houses, and like I have been exposing, allegedly, the municipality of Mayagüez is involved. Your other friends, the mayor that has been accused, I don't like it. I have been asking for those properties. Why I'm bringing this? Okay. You haven't, when I say you, I am mentioning all of you. You haven't gave me or gave me what is mine, what I have been asking for. All of you know that I won my case against the banks. Your other friends, the Rothschilds, Illuminati friends, the owners of all the banks of the world. You all knew that I was going to send a letter to Jacob Rothschild. The only address that I had was in UK, the Rothschild Foundation. You see, I am open. I don't hide. I'm not a coward. You give me what is mine. You give me my money because it's mine. Trust fund, etc. I don't want to dive into it because you already know. And I'm bringing this because I have sent 3 letters to HUD, HUD, certified letters, that is. Nobody has answered. I'm keep paying excess of money, and I have been explaining it for more than 3 years. What are you going to do with HUD, with the banks, and with the corruption of the Trust Fund 1953 of Puerto Rico. What are you going to do with the owner of that trust fund? IRS. You see, I have been exposing things that are true, and I have been exposing the proof. What are you going to do with the Supreme Court? Because they have violated the Constitution, canons of ethics. Have you forgotten what Chief Justice John Marshall did? Marbury versus Madison, 1803. You will have to take each and every one, not only in the Supreme Court, in all courts. And you know that since 1789, courts and judges does not exist. You have to take him down, and you have to appoint real judges that upholds, defends the Constitution. And you have to do it over there, and you have to do it here in Puerto Rico. It's worst in Puerto Rico. And you know it. You all know it. You are financing the corruption of Puerto Rico. And this is what I don't understand. How can my fellow Americans, because I was born in Brooklyn, New York, how can my fellow Americans be so patient with the corruption of Puerto Rico? It's their money. It's the hard-working, my fellow Americans, that is supporting the corruption of Puerto Rico, just like all of you did with Ukraine. You know, the hoax, the Ukraine, war with Russia is taxpayers' money, hard-working people. You don't have any powers. We have the power. We the people. You know, the living human being, not the corporation since we were born. Again, I'm not going to dive into it. You all know this and much more. I'm being sincere. I have been open. I don't hide. I'm not a coward. And like I have been saying to you, all of you, if you want war with me, just let me know. I'll give you war. I am sick and tired. I am sick and tired, President Trump, of the corporation 1871. I am tired that you are abusing power that you don't have, just like in Puerto Rico. Of course, it has to be. You know, if you shit in the States, in Puerto Rico, we have diarrhea. You got it? Power that you don't have because you are a corporation, a business. a private commercial business. But I'm sick and tired. I am sick and tired that all of you have been taking us as an asshole and telling we the people that we have a government, that we are protected, that we have rights. But that it ain't true. I am sick and tired of it, and I'm sick and tired because if I expose corruption, fraud, racketeer of the government, it's my right. I don't need a constitution to do that. Just like if I want to have a firearm, I don't need license, I don't need nothing. I don't need a constitution. In the Wild West, you had a license, a permit to carry on a cult, peacemaker. I don't need nothing of the deception of the corporation, because it's a corporation. But, like I said before, President Trump, I am willing to help the corporation because it's the system that you have forced we the people to swallow as truth, as a economic system. Again, the properties in Puerto Rico that are abandoned, this is a little organization that has been making tricks, fraud, racketeering, and corruption with abandoned properties. You don't believe me, President Trump? Why you don't come over here? Mayagüez, Puerto Rico, I'm going to show you. But you know that, well, let me correct. I know that all of you know what I'm saying. You are allowing it. So what is the difference between you, Biden, Bill, Reagan, Bush? What is the difference? Something is wrong with you, President Trump. You're putting a lawyer that haven't done a shit defending our Constitution, our human rights against the false pandemic, like I said before, that you signed in March 17, 2020. The CARES Act, that it was submitted in January 2019 in Congress. I have been exposing the proof. You know what? This lawyer that you are appointing as chief of the Department of Health, you know what he has been doing? Winning money, just like the false prophets. He made a book. He sold the book. And you're going to tell me, no, he submitted legal actions against vaccination or whatever. But all his legal actions did not say that this hoax of the false pandemic was unconstitutional. Because if he had won a legal action establishing that the false pandemic wouldn't exist for 2 years and something. I'm sick and tired of this, President Trump. Really. So, since you are not president property until January, but you are giving orders, well, give HUD orders to answer my letters and to send me my money that I have been paying in excess. Give the orders to the banks to pay me. And stop all the jurisdiction, judicial, deception, fraud, corruption, making us believe that a bank can file in local courts things that are only federal jurisdiction. For that only they must be disbarred, because they are violating due process of law, they are violating their canons of ethics, and they are violating the Constitution. Like I said before, you have to take down all these people that have been doing what I just mentioned before, and put real people that cares about we the people and cares about our Constitution. That is why I want to be an associate judge of the Supreme Court. You know, you have to fix a lot of things. And by the way, I don't know if it's true or not, but they are saying, there are rumors that they are, all of you are going to deport all the people that are in the States illegally. How? If it's true, how? You know the only way that you can do that? Martial law. Maybe that's why you made a Declaration of Independence. Next, after that, the Project 2025. Maybe that's it. Why martial law? Because it's the only way. You close, in martial law, you close all the borders. You know, Canada, west side, east side, south side. That's the only way. And in part, I'm going to be sincere, and in part, martial law would be a solution for some problems, not all the problems. So again, if you want to do the things right, do what I have been telling you. I'm not giving you orders. I don't give orders of a president of the corporation. But you, the corporation, is forced to do what we, the people, say. So thank you, Mr. President. Have a nice day. You know, this whole crap, the solution is in your hands. If you really are the President of the United States and not the elite, not the Rothschilds, not the Illuminatis, if you really are the president of a corporation, then you give orders and they have to obey. So thank you again. Have a nice day.